morning I'm taking this Euphoria from Anima Mundi, which is an amazing herbal brand for mood, joy and bliss. And then I'm taking my organic super greens, which if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I have taken for a while and I'm feeling like I particularly need them at the moment. I also take liquid B12 for my energy levels, and I take these temporal matters balance supplements, and then 5-HTP for serotonin, because we're going through an anxious patch. And then I'm taking these probiotics at the moment, because usually I take liquid probiotics, but I'm traveling a lot at the moment, so I'm taking the pills so that I actually am held accountable for taking them. And then earlier I put my Anima Mundi energy tincture into my water, as well as my Bristol Fungarium lion's mane, which I pretty much take every day for my anxiety. So that's my little supplement routine at the moment. And then at night I take magnesium sachets, which are from a brand called Symbiotica. This is not looking so tasty, but it actually doesn't taste that bad. Hi guys, I'm always balancing my camera on a variety of things. We've got 2 books and a deodorant today, so hopefully you can stay put. But I have had a crazy few weeks with my mental health, and I just wanted to have a really quick catch up with you guys, because I think through all of this, one thing that I really realised is how much I love creating YouTube videos and talking openly about mental health and routines and rituals on here, but also the community that is created through YouTube and the way that I'm able to share way more of myself on here. A couple of weeks ago, or for the last few weeks, I've basically been really struggling with my mental health, which for me just looks like basically breaking down multiple times a week into panic, fear, tears, and kind of unable to see any way out of it. And this has been going on for a few weeks, and I think initially it came from just being too busy and basically feeling really overwhelmed and not having any time to prioritize myself, do all the stuff that I usually do for my mental health. And I feel like sometimes when you work for yourself, you can feel like you owe so many people so many different things without having any time to be like, what do I actually want to do, or am I actually enjoying this? And I think social media is such a weird place, because you're constantly putting on this act that is trying to display a certain type of life and that everything is really good, and actually I just haven't been feeling it, and I haven't been feeling myself, and I have kind of got lost in, for the last few years, trying to build myself up as an influencer and trying to build a following and trying to get to the place where I'm at now, to where I'm actually here now and realising that I don't like it. There's so many things about my work and my life that I do love. I love cooking, I love creating content of a particular kind, I love cooking for people, I love cooking for my family, I love creating recipes, I love talking about ingredients, seasonality, I love clothes, I love health, I love sustainability. There's so many things that I love, but when you're actually at a point where you're making your salary from social media, it can begin to feel really weird and vapid, and that's the point where I'm at now. I make my money through the paid partnerships that I do on my Instagram. That is literally how I make my money, aside from the supper clubs, and I'm not really feeling good about myself at the moment. It is not to say that I want to move away from social media. Through my negative feelings towards it, they aren't because of my community or not wanting to share stuff, but it's because when I'm sharing paid partnerships, it doesn't make me feel good. And I feel like I lose the creativity that I had when I'm creating content that brands want. This is probably too honest for YouTube, so I'm trying to be really transparent, but I have felt so like I've lost my sense of self, like I've lost my sense of self-worth, like I've lost things that like make me feel really excited, and I want to document this as a process because I'm still not feeling good. I'm still feeling like I'm in the middle of all of this, but I want to be able to document it because I really want my place in the world to be somewhere where I can like have a positive impact on people and help other people while they're going through their journeys, and help other people see that social media is not true. And I know we know this, but it's just like not real, and I want to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable to that, and that I'm not putting a version of myself into the world that I'm not proud of. So anyway, we are here. It is July, and I feel like just this year has not been the one for me so far. There are so many things that I'm proud of, and there are so many moments that I've loved, and there are so many things that I've loved, but I feel like this year has just not been my year. So I think I'm using this moment as a complete reset. I'm going to Wales today. We are going to pick up our dogs from my parents, who have been there for 3 weeks, so I'm so ready to get them back. And then we're going to come back here, and on Monday I start my bakery internship, which I think is actually perfect timing for me to have a reset and to go do something where I'm really physical and do something that makes me feel really inspired and learn and be part of a team for a bit. And I think it's just going to do me so much good. I start my shifts at 4 a.m, which is going to be a whole thing in itself. And then basically when I finish that, I'm going to just put the brakes on and figure out the next phase, and if that is something outside of social media, so where I can just use my social media as a hobby again, then that's probably the direction I'm going to try and go in. But yeah, I think that I've had a few comments and messages, and like no one's meaning any meanness, but saying like, I used to love your content and now it's become so brand heavy. And like I think the reason why these comments like cut me deep is because I know that, and I know that like I can give more to the internet than what I'm giving at the moment. And I guess I kind of had a moment yesterday where like people say you need to like hit rock bottom to get back up, and I feel like yesterday I like hit my rock bottom, and I just wanted to start picking up my vlogging camera again and just be open about this journey and like start again and remember the reasons why I started sharing stuff on social media. And like, yes, you know, there's one part of it that's like, okay, when I did start my social media, this wasn't my job, and now it is my job. That's how I make my money. So obviously there are more brands involved, and also an element of the brands involved is just me wanting to talk about brands that I love, and just me wanting to share brands that help me and share a message with me. And yeah, I don't really know where this is going, but I just want to be honest and know that like if you are going through a tough time, or you're struggling with your direction or your career or your personal life, like we are in this together. And I just turned 29, and I feel like when I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I looked at 29-year-olds, or I thought about myself when I was that age, I was like, God, I'll have it so figured out. And I just don't, and like I just don't know what direction I'm going in, and I don't have my shit together, and I really feel so lost and confused, and I'm trying to like navigate daily struggles every day. And yes, there's so much amazing stuff in my life that I'm so grateful for, but yeah, going through a bit of a moment, and I think that's okay. And I think that one thing that's really lifted me up in the last few weeks is like how supported I felt, and I posted something on my Instagram about how I've been feeling, and just received so many lovely messages from strangers, but also from my family and my friends. And so many people have been there for me in the last few weeks, and I think when you open yourself up you realise that like we're all just going through it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I'm really focused on making consistent YouTube videos because this is a platform that genuinely makes me so happy and excited, and I love the process of filming and editing. So I'm confirming that I'm coming back to making videos, and let's just experience this together. And I hope that you have a great day and you're feeling okay, and know that my comment section is always open, my messages are always open if you are struggling and want to talk about it, and I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you soon.